fake baby, I'm gonna do the full body wrap, right? So if you have an unsettled baby, this will definitely help. They love to be cuddled up and snug, all snug. So the key thing is always feet where the belly button is. So we want it like this, his feet right there, so that we can create a beautiful round shape rather than having, if you put the legs here, you're going to have a long baby. If you put the legs up here where it's supposed to be near the belly button, you've got a round shape, and this is what we want in for our newborns. So I always wrap sitting down on my legs. I just find it more comfortable, and it works for me. So whatever works for you, go ahead and do it. This is the best way for me. So what I do, generally speaking, I place baby's feet right here, okay, and then hands right there, okay. So we're going to be wrapping his whole body, and feet and hands as well. So in terms of the, so I've got a short end here and then the long end here. This is a jersey wrap. You can use any sort of wrap, but these jersey wraps are the best. They're very stretchy, and you can just sort of mold them the way you want. So get the short end, and I tend to just, and remember about the rails. So I always, so when I just started, I've pulled all the rails, okay, so the top, middle and the bottom, just to ensure that I get a nice snug firm wrap and I know that baby won't come out of it. So this is what I do. Bring it to the other side, just around his bottom slightly, just here, and then pull this, right? Pull the other end and tuck the short end in. So this is what you're going to do throughout. And always be careful of baby's head. Make sure it's always supported. These arms should be in like that, okay? These little hands in. And you just keep going around, really. Make sure baby can, you're not blocking his airway. This is quite a long wrap, so I can just make it look nice towards the end. Usually, I think a lot of photographers, they've got this like little bit hanging here. Always tuck it in before, see this bit? Always tuck it in and then go for your next one, right? So over here, I just tuck it in like this, okay? Make sure it's nice and like smooth, okay? And it also all depends on the baby, how big the baby is, or how small the baby is. So over here, I'm making it nice and, so this part, when you come to the end, you just can decide if you want it to be like this, just a smooth one, or you can just put some layers in, like how I've done, right? Like this. And then the back bit will be just tuck it in if you want, right? This is not going to show anyway. So there we have it. Full body wrap. So, as I said before, that this foot shouldn't be here, should be a bit done. If you want to take it and do it really simple, and no sort of decorative rails, just bring it and just bring the whole thing, just make it nice and smooth if you want something like that. So you can just play around with it and see what you like. Right, so now we're going to be doing the infinity wrap. I'm not sure if these wraps have names, but I call this the infinity because it just goes round and round. So what I do is, again, place the baby's feet up like this, and his hands like that. So with this one, his feet and his hands are going to be showing, right? So what you do, you start off, take this top rail and go over the shoulder and go around, okay, like this, and then tuck this bit in behind baby's back. Get this longer wrap. Just adjust the baby if he moves like this, okay? So go over the shoulder. This is really important. Go over the shoulder so that the wrap doesn't undo. And then you just keep going round, making sure baby is nice and round and his feet are up. Like that. And if this bit gets too much, just get this long one as you're going round and just tuck it in, like really firmly. All right. So we just keep going round until the wrap finishes. I love this wrap because it's so versatile. You can do a lot with it. You can put them in a bowl. You can also put them on a bed. You can put them on the beanbag. And then what I do with this wrap, I put them on the beanbag and then I slowly, so I take this shot and then I slowly take his hand towards his cheek like this, take that shot, add a bow, add a bonnet maybe, take details of the feet itself and then the hands, and then hand and feet together. That's what I do. So this little bit, you just tuck it in like that. And there we have it. That is I call it the infinity wrap. Now with this wrap that we just did, we can also do something different if you want. Just wanted to show you. You take 2 layers off. Usually I love this, but I haven't actually got a picture yet of it. So what you do is put the wrap like this, where baby's head is. Okay, and then you keep wrapping. So it's kind of like a stalk kind of image of him, baby in. So you go round once, and then I don't have enough, so I'll just go, I think once is sufficient enough, to be honest. Okay, so I have a bit extra. You can always, if you're putting baby in a bowl, you can put them in a bowl and then just let that flow like this, or you can just tuck it in and got this wrap. Now we're gonna do another favorite wrap of mine. So get the feet up where the belly button is. Place the hands on near the cheek, basically, just like that, right? So get the short end, and I place it over his hands first, right? Just like that, and tuck it in. Remember, pull this while tucking, right? And then do that again. So where his arms are, his hands, okay? Bring it around the wrap. And then you can get the feet out and bring it to the belly button. Get your wrap, go over the shoulder, okay? Keep tucking everything in, everything that's extra. Okay, so we keep going round over the shoulder, remember, over the shoulder, and pull on those rails, okay? So at this point, you just keep going around and around until the wrap is finished. Okay, just like that. So I'm just going to tuck all this in like that. Okay, so we've got this beautiful wrap. I love this wrap because you can actually use this for the potato sack pose. So we get these little hands. You can place them here above each other and then put the chin there, and there we go. That's another wrap. This wrap is very versatile. So with this wrap, you can go into the potato sack wrap straight away. This is what I do usually when I finish with this wrap. So with this wrap, I put them maybe on a beanbag or the bowl or bed. It's very versatile. You can use it for pretty much anything. So now I'm going to show you potato sack. So you keep the baby in this position. Okay. What I tend to do with potato sack is I use a thick layer, knitted. You can use anything really, but this is what I use to make that round, perfect round shape that you see. So I'm going to tuck this in, okay. So what I usually do, make sure it's nice and neat, so I do this, okay, and I leave that there, and I have another jersey white wrap, and what I tend to do, get a short end, place it over baby and the wrap, and basically just start wrapping as the full body one, but make sure you pull on those rails and keep going round and round. And I tend to go from the bottom upwards like this, and then spread that wrap out so that it can be nice and even. Make sure baby is always safe when you're wrapping them. So this is the potato sack wrap. You can see it's nice and round, which is what we want. We don't want a long baby, we want a nice round baby. Okay, and then the last wrap that will go on top is your decorative wrap. This depends on what you want. So I've just chosen this cream lace one. So what I tend to do is bring it, so I leave this long, right? And I bring it from the other side down, okay? Make sure you keep that nice roundness. And then this long bit, I just wrap it from behind, and just bring it down again like this, okay? If there's any extras, you can just tuck it in. So the back, I just tuck it in. And there we have it, potato sack. So usually with potato sack you get these little fingers out and these little hands. So you can do this where baby's hands are on top of each other under the chin, or you can do one hand here and then another one on his cheek.